Stefanos Tsitsipas expresses hesitation toward getting vaccinated. We break down the ins and outs of vaccination on tour. Andy Murray's influence extends beyond the court. See what Ash Barty had to say about the Scot and what he's doing for a local tennis community back home. And the US Open just days away. We've got a full list of wildcard entries, prize money breakdowns, and favorites to win it all. The break starts now. Hey everyone, welcome back to The Break, your source for the most buzzworthy off-court news. You know who I am. I'm Erin Coscarelli. Quarantine, bubble life, social distancing, limited audience, rescheduling. The tours are taking major precautions to keep players and fans safe during the pandemic. A statement made by Stefanos Tsitsipas in Cincinnati, however, sparked a conversation about another factor in tennis: vaccine requirements. In Steph's pre-tournament press conference, he was asked about his vaccination status, and here's what he had to say.
No one has told me anything. No one has made it a mandatory thing to be vaccinated so far. At some point I will have to, I'm pretty sure about it. But so far it hasn't been mandatory to compete, so I haven't done it, no.
Now, after his second-round win, he was asked by Greek media to share his thoughts on the vaccine, to which he responded saying, quote, "For me, the vaccine has not been tested enough. It is new. It has some side effects. I just see no reason for someone my age group to need to be vaccinated. If you want to protect yourself with the vaccine, your problem, go and do it. For us young people, I think it's good to pass the virus because we will build immunity. I do not see it as something bad." The topic of vaccine requirements is a tricky one. The players are independent contractors, so the tours are constricted when it comes to setting mandates. The ATP and WTA have made the vaccine accessible to players at events, and the ATP recently updated its COVID protocol so that vaccinated players would no longer be considered close contacts for someone who tested positive for COVID. The BNP Paribas Open in Indian Wells recently announced that they would require proof of vaccination for all fans, staff, and media attending the event. However, not the players. The players themselves, well, they seem a little divided on the issue. Ash Barty, Simona Halep, and Andy Murray have all publicly shown support for vaccines, while Novak Djokovic, Elina Svitolina, and Andrei Rublev have been hesitant. So what are your thoughts? Should more rules be made to incentivize vaccinations on tour, or should the athletes be left to decide for themselves? Why don't you let us know below? Andy Murray is back on the court and inching his way back into the top 100. After a third-round appearance at Wimbledon, Andy made his way to North America to get some hard-court match play in before the US Open. The three-time major champ has been making headlines off the court as well. One reason for this was Andy's support for the refurbishing of tennis courts in East Kilbride, Scotland. Twitter user Alan Kay tweeting at the Murray family with a photo of his local tennis courts, noting that they've deteriorated and were unplayable due to budget restrictions. Andy, quote, tweeted Alan and tagged Tennis Scotland. Judy Murray also replying with a contact email. As a result of their interaction, the cause has received global attention. As of this week, Alan's still lobbying for funding for the courts. The WTA Tour is glad to see Andy is back. Ash Barty paying Murray this compliment in Cincinnati.
My compliment is for Andy Murray. He is an incredible champion. I think the adversity that he's gone through his career, the way that he's fought for us as WTA players, his mum has raised an incredible man. I hope that he can hold on, be healthy, and win a few more big matches yet.
A self-described feminist, love that. Andy Murray has been outspoken throughout his career about equal pay for women on tour. He also has not been shy about calling out sexism in the press room. I think we can all agree here that the world of tennis is much better with Andy Murray in it. We'll see you in New York, Andy. In 2020, the US Open was held with no fans, making for quite a unique atmosphere we weren't really used to seeing in New York. 2021, the fans officially back at full capacity for the main draw matches. Here are a few things you need to know about the final major of the year. Novak Djokovic looking to be the first player since Steffi Graf to achieve the calendar Grand Slam. And here is the list of main draw wildcard entries. Former semifinalist Coco Vandeweghe and up-and-coming American Jenson Brooksby should be fun to watch. And this year, the US Open set another record for prize money. That's right, a total of $57.5 million will be awarded. Of course, more money has now been allocated toward the earlier rounds, with the champions prize money coming down a little bit from $3 million to $2.5 million. US Open first round prize money, that stands at $75,000. Main draw action beginning August 30th with the women's final scheduled for September 11th, the men's final taking place on September 12th. You know us here at Tennis Channel, we cannot wait for that. And that'll do it for us this week. Remember, use #TheBreakTC to join in on the conversation and learn a little bit more about what your favorite players and personalities are doing off the court, because, you know, there's more to tennis than just tennis. We'll see you